Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it's time for some Path of Exile discussion. A lot of people accuse Path of Exile of complexity for complexity's sake. Sometimes I don't agree with this, but in this case I absolutely do. Timeless jewels completely obfuscate how they work. They're an item that your character equips, well, to a jewel socket, that basically does not say anything on the item as to how it works, and that doesn't give you enough information to work that out. All it gives you is two pieces of information: a name, now that name does correspond to something that the jewel does, and a number. These numbers unpredictably modify an area of your passive tree. Well, someone has finally reverse engineered how these things work, and finally, Path of Building is going to be able to implement this mechanic that has not worked for 3 full years. 3 years Timeless Jewels have been in the game and they've not been able to be modeled. Really, this is one of the worst cases of complexity for complexity's sake that I can think of in any game. I'm going to show a watcher's eye on the screen now, then I'm going to show a mock-up of what it might look like if instead it was given the Timeless Jewel treatment of having basically no relevant information on it. Is this an uber watcher's eye? Is this a mediocre one? Is it a terrible one? You just can't tell. And that's the problem with Timeless Jewels. You can't tell, and the only people that can are the people with fairly carefully guarded spreadsheets of all of the best Timeless Jewel rolls, what they're sold for, and then they can run live searches in order to make large amounts of currency at the expense of people who have these lucky drops, but have no way of knowing that they've actually got a lucky drop because the game doesn't give them enough information for them to deduce themselves that they've gotten an awesome Timeless Jewel. So hopefully this stays as it is for a good while, because it's definitely an improvement over the broken system that existed before. That's all I've got. May your Valobs have interesting results.